the UN has already turned 80, and the central question is, does it still relevant? And according to what analysis I reviewed earlier, the primary concern is about the financial shortfall and its material capacity to deliver.
Eva, that's focusing only on the operational deficits. You have to consider the enduring diplomatic function. The United Nations remains the most universal forum we have. The fact that over 190 member states still send high-level representatives to the General Assembly prove its political relevance.
But William, what good is a forum when the Security Council is politically deadlocked? The analysis specifically cited that the organization's legitimacy is irretrievably compromised by the perceived hypocrisy of the P5.
Is an accountability issue when P5 members like Russia and Ukraine or the US providing seemingly unconditional support for certain action blatantly violate or undermine the principles, the entire system loses credibility in its core function, ascribing or denying legitimacy to the use of force.
So, as a point about legitimacy, however, Young is correct that its relevant praises, albeit differently. We should focus on the original mandate. The United Nations' primary goal was to prevent a war between the great powers, and in that sense, its structural success lasting longer than the leagues of nations. It's a concept of great powers designed to maintain communication between states building nuclear weapons.
A success measured by what hasn't happened before. The report notes that its ability to tackle issues like climate change, global health risks, and humanitarian disasters is rapidly shrinking due to the states delaying critical budgetary supports. When the US restricts essential financial contributions, the organization faces financial freefall.
My takeaway on the US retrenchment: international cooperation is sliding. When the judgment member steps back, others won't just stand still. You create a vacuum and someone else will set the agenda. It's simple economics and geopolitics.
But Eva, the organization's global image remains favorable. According to the survey cited, and crucially, we must acknowledge the vital role of its humanitarian agencies. The real work is in the field, delivering life-saving aid, providing healthcare and supporting refugees. That relevant is material and immediate.
I agree on the humanitarian component, but even there, the political content is toxic. Regarding the future, the article raises a major test: climate governance. With the US having threatened withdrawal from the Paris Agreement, other countries are watching. Will the UN process be able to keep pressure on key emitters like China to break free of coal dependency?
Climate issue brings us to the future orders, and the analyst clearly stated that the world is heading towards a multi-polar order. The United Nations is now forced to adapt to facilitate the coexistence of their overlapping orders, not to govern a single one. What's happening is an international exit from hegemony. The Central Asian states, for example, are engaging in a multi-factor foreign policies, quoting the US C5+1, maintaining Russian security links and engaging with China's Belt and Road. They are not choosing the United Nations order, they are balancing many. That's the new reality.
So the conclusion is that UN is still around, but its function is less about enforcing global rules and more about being a standard setter and a lifeline.
Essentially, yes. The article suggests it will become a system where China might take up the reins and set an agenda that reflects Beijing rules and values, or perhaps a world minus one. Configuration where the US stands outside the global consensus is still relevant but in crisis.
So we agree, the UN is too important to fail, but it must undertake ambitious reform. transforming its composition and prioritizing viability to survive this age of pitched global competition and survive interestedness. The question isn't whether it can be reformed. The question is whether the leading member state have the political will to transform it. History shows that major reform usually only emerge from cataclysmic forces. Let's hope we don't need the Third World War to fix the first solution.
Well, before the cataclysm, may I propose a unilateral alliance of convenience over this Oreo biscuit?
Only if the terms of distribution are mutually accepted, not because.
Republic of Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, we are going overlapping orders, not govern a single one. Overlapping orders, not govern a single one. Alliance of convenience over this lemon tart.
Tiga.
Yeah.